At the end of last year, here at the UN Geneva, the Order of Malta ambassador moderated this podium discussion, Interfaith Dialogue for Conflict Prevention and Resolution.
Distinguished guests, dear friends, on behalf of the Interparliamentary Union and the Sovereign Order of Malta, I have great pleasure in welcoming you all to this event, which, as you know, has been organized within the framework of the annual Geneva Peace Week. The Interparliamentary Union and the Sovereign Order of Malta organized this event so as to raise awareness and promote interfaith dialogue for conflict prevention and resolution on both the legislative and the humanitarian fronts. In the reality of conflicts, it takes the form of cooperation between community leaders of all faiths, as well as local, national authorities, with a view to overcoming differences so as to reach a common goal that is in the interest of the protection, the security, the prosperity, the well-being of the population they are in charge of.
Your Grace, I don't know if you know, they've locked up about 400 shops of Nigerians in Ghana. That is raising a lot of tension. We have been able to, as we speak, the Speaker of Ghana is in Nigeria, and we are applying parliamentary diplomacy to see how that crisis is resolved.
You said on the panel that when religion is a significant factor in violent conflict, traditional diplomacy is not always the most successful way to seek peace.
Well, diplomacy is the art and practice of conducting negotiations between states. Today, however, we are witnessing more and more conflicts that are driven by non-state actors. And these conflicts are very often based on ethnic tension, land and agricultural questions, conflicts of that kind.
We are facing really the criminalization of the solidarity. But we are in dialogue between the different churches, different religious communities, and the political institution. How to solve the problem of the intolerance, because in this last 6 months we see increasing of the action or movements, racism, xenophobia, especially against those most vulnerable people, migrants and refugees.
Intolerance and tolerance. The dictionary defines tolerance as the ability or willingness to tolerate the existence of opinions or behavior that one dislikes or disagrees with. But tolerance is not a right. It is more of a mood set, I would say, that can change any time and turns into intolerance. So don't we need, therefore, legally enshrined rights instead of tolerance?
Well, first of all, I should say the tolerance not being a legal obligation is, of course, a moral one. I do believe that rights are well enshrined in the international conventions. However, the problem is their implementation of, for example, resolutions passed by the Human Rights Council must not be neglected, and that must be really a priority for all governments.
International cooperation and global partnerships are therefore crucial to ensuring conflict prevention and resolution. This was part 1 of my interview, part 2 in the next Vaticano episode.